Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Another week. It's very cold here today and I can't believe we are approaching the end of Jan very soon. I felt like filming this reading today. I try and do like one every month, but lately it's been crazy busy and I've been creating a lot of content, mostly for Instagram. I post most of my stuff there. So let's get into the reading for this week. So I started this segment of like Sunday cozy coffee sessions. I just wanted to make it really like, especially in the winter months, I just wanted to make it really just like, I don't want to say just positive. It's just like guidance, you know, you don't want to feel alone. Yeah, especially during the winter when it's not like we are all inside, and especially people who live alone and people who perhaps are just feeling like I'm just not sure how to go further in the next step. So this is kind of to provide you with the messages, to provide this reassurance and certain knowledge on whatever is relevant to you. Again, take only what resonates and leave out the rest. I just dropped 3 cards, but I'm just shuffling that I'm going to leave on the desk because the desk is pretty small. So let's see what comes up. So we have strength. Okay, it seems like this is just a follow-up on exactly what I was saying. I'm going to show this card. Yeah, exactly what I was just saying, that right now it may be that some of you are feeling like this loneliness or feeling certain type of way that, like, you know, you want to progress into something and you're just not sure how to, and you're feeling kind of left out in the cold. So this is a strength card, that you have the strength to go through this, and the help is on its way. And you know, let's get another card because I can talk about it for a long time. Okay, Mastery of Coins, which is actually King of Pentacles. So, okay, the Strength card. So some of you, this strength is related to money issues, that you're like, I'm not sure how I'm gonna... someone out there is really feeling absolutely pressed with finances. Next rent to pay, next whatever payments are due and bills to pay. And you're not someone out there is not sure how they're going to make it, and not sure exactly how to even go about doing anything else. And especially if you're starting a business, or have started a business, or have moved into a different sector or way of working, or there's been a certain change, or you've moved into a new house or a new flat or a new city, which looks like is more expensive than you would have originally imagined. So this is what is indicating that have strength, the money is on its way. Yeah, the money is on its way, and it is hard though. It is hard, I get it. Especially having those worries, but it is on its way, and it may arrive right at the time, exactly when you need it. It may help you each day to affirm, or I just dropped the next card, affirm, or even whoever your guidance system is, to pray, talking to them, really openly talking to them about your worries, about your how you're feeling, really feeling, you know, kind of letting it through and letting it flow out of you, rather than it being stuck within you as a worry. That especially this is true if you are I don't want to say a man, but the person who is supporting the family, children, and it's especially hard. I understand, or at least I empathize with the pressure. I don't have children, but I do empathize with the pressure and what that entails. And yeah, so it's in these times where you can rely on your trust system, a prayer, or some sort of a time dedicated with God, where or with the universe, or with like spiritual, your spiritual system of belief will really help you in this time, because it's hard to go through times like this alone and feeling like you have all the pressure on your shoulders and you can't really progress and do anything about it. Two of Swords. All right, someone is really questioning as to where the hell is this money going to come from. You can't envision it. You can't really, you feel like there's no logical explanation right now that would indicate that this money would just come through. This is where the trust muscle will have to lie into this, because often we can't see where a certain offer money may come from. There was one time I remember I had a tax bill, or I had overpaid tax with like one job, and then I had switched to another job, and it turns out that I had overpaid tax for that year, and I got a letter saying that I'm entitled to £1,000 when I was working in England, £1,000, and it just came out of the blue, and I was like, wait, what? This is crazy, And there have been instances where, out of the blue, where I could not have ever predicted, was there was a flight that had been cancelled, and it was like I got this message or this email randomly saying, oh, your flight was cancelled on blah blah blah. It was like a year ago, and you are entitled to compensation for it. You can claim it here as long as you send your boarding pass details. And I was like, okay, well, I can send it. I didn't think that anything would come out of it, but I sent it anyways. And I got €150 back, and I was like, and I didn't really have to do anything for that, and that was just so unimaginable. I couldn't predict it in any way. I wasn't necessarily in a financial down situation, but it was just I was like, I just couldn't have predicted it at all. So yeah, for some of you, this may be an advice that it may be time to stop figuring out where this is going to come from, because it right now isn't really in your hands, and it's not being revealed to you, and will be revealed to you in due time. Yeah, that's the message I get. Let's see what else we get here. The Tower. Massive change. Someone is going through a massive change, or is about to go through quite a big change. Yeah, relationship, job, move to a big city, or leaving something behind, and some sort of a big change. Let's get more. The Devil card. So this card often indicates addictions. Okay, so whatever this change is coming, oh god, one sec. Whatever this change is coming through this Tower card is indicating it's the end of your addiction or addictive patterns. If you have been ruminating about the past for a long time, if you have been thinking about certain, if you have been drinking, or if you have been, I don't know, some sort of a pattern that you've had for a while, and you're breaking away from it, and it's saying that it's the message that I get is it's the end of addictions, because you got the Tower card with the Devil card, which is normally some sort of patterns that are keeping you in your old ways of being, or it's kind of pulling you. It's end of that right now. So there is light at the end of the tunnel there. Okay, Action of Coins. which is Knight of Pentacles. Okay, something is building slowly and steadily at a very consistent and stable pace. Something is building. So for someone out there, this is something you have planted the seeds for, and you have created it, and it's like just one step after the other. It's literally like not like a exponential progress. It's like more like, all right, you are heading in the very well in the right direction, and it's one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. I can give an example from my journey. This resonates with me, this card, because for me, what it indicates is that so I've been learning a lot about like content creation, and each day I learn like, so last week I was learning how to edit Insta Reels in Instagram, and then I downloaded some apps, how to create the captions. So the next day I edited how to add the images in there. Next day I did like the music, the type of music, and playing around with that, and how can I make it more like attention grabbing in a way. So I'm learning all those techniques, and whilst it seems like it's like the end result, one might see the end result, but for me it's like step by step by step that I'm getting to making kind of good quality and really fun and engaging content. And that's what my aim is, and I'm sticking to my brand colors. That was also a decision, and what colors I wanted. Okay, and then the next step, the content, the niche, everything is now kind of coming together. And that's what it's saying, that you have been working on something for a while, and it's now finally coming together, and it's a stability thing. You don't want it to be exponentially growing straight away, because normally you wouldn't know exactly what had caused it. Just overnight you wouldn't know it. Whereas if you can track your steps and create it more in a more stable way, you know what you did for each step, and you have this process for the future. If you wish to use the same process in the future, that okay, that's what I would need to do. And it's teaching you a lesson of consistency and sticking through a process. There are a lot of YouTubers out there, especially Ali Abdallah. I think he talks about it, who has now got like 5 million subscribers and has excellent high quality videos. But when you look at his first video ever, it's like a vlog when he was a student, and he used to talk about like, in one of his videos he talked about like how he used to only get like 10 views, and then he got like 20, and then slowly it like increased and increased. So you are in it for the long haul. Remember, we are switching to Aquarius season, but this Capricorn season that we have just been in has been all about focusing on long-term goals, and really kind of having your action plan set towards it. Even if you are highly intuitive, it still makes sense to be focused on the long term right now and being committed to something. Dilly-dallying, trying here and there, and kind of like doing a little bit and seeing, that didn't work out. That's the lesson perhaps you are being taught right now, which is to go deep into your craft and whatever you have decided, and intentionally decided that you are going to go through with it, and you're going to take action towards a certain goal, because you can see the vision that you want to achieve. And if you have that vision clear, then you are in it for the long term, and you are going to have to commit to it. And I don't mean that as in have to commit to it in a very like heavy sense. It's a commitment to achieving your excellence, and and that's what you are being called to focus on right now. It's not about just quick solutions, quick results. It's about the long game. You are in it for the long term, and focusing on how to stabilize that, and eventually the results will come. All right, that was a long message. Let's get just maybe a few more cards from this tarot deck. I dropped some more cards on the Four of Swords. Resting. If you feel called to rest, on a certain day or time of the day where you feel a certain surge of just tiredness come onto you. It may be because of a couple of things. Either you've had a change in your routine and you're kind of still adjusting to that new routine or a new way of being, and that adjustment does require a period of rest because it's something you haven't just been in habit of. You are rewiring your brain to kind of like work in a different way of being. This is true, especially for if you've just started a gym routine. Do not give up. I know in January we all start a gym, and then by the end of January we have just stopped going to the gym. This is saying instead take rest and follow what your energy levels are showing you. And even if you go to the gym just to simply just for 10 minutes and you just run on the treadmill for 10 minutes, that's fine, because you're trying to build habit rather than trying to go all out, having this perfect gym routine for your upper body, lower body, full body, abs, blah blah blah. It's too much to go for. Remember, you're in it for the long term, and you're not going to make it, and you're going to lose early your kind of commitment to something if you're setting too much on yourself. So take that rest if you need it after a gym session, after a new routine, after setting a new habit for yourself. Let's get two more, maybe. The Lovers. Okay, someone is wanting to have more love in their life. Romantic relationship, friendships, relationships, some sort of love. You are wanting to cultivate this you are wanting to be in love, basically, and being in love with the right person, with the right, we do get this mirroring here in the Lovers card, which is that you want someone who is wanting the exact same things that you're wanting. So for someone, a message out there that you are wanting love. Right, last one. Wheel of Fortune. All right, everything is going to be aligning in your favor. So you are taking all the right steps. I think the main message that we are getting for this whole reading is keep going with your routine or with your, it's about the long term, and stay committed to the process. Stay committed to the process is the message of this reading, and that's what it's saying, that the wheels are turning for you in your favor and are aligning in the situations, whether that's the universe trying to create certain situations for you that are going to be aiding you in your projects, life, relationships, whatever you're calling in, it's aligning all for you. Yeah, that's a bit of a trust message card here. All right, I'm going to use this one deck here. I think this deck is by Tosha Silver. I forgot the name of it, but I got it as a Christmas present from my sister. And I want to get just last few messages, what comes up here. So, true offering. Okay, this is all about releasing fears, illusions, and addictions from what you are truly meant to be doing. This is the Devil card. I think this is a reiteration of, we had the Devil card come up earlier, which is talking about addictive patterns and things that you've always been doing. If every year you have got the gym membership and gone in the first week or 2 weeks, and then you're like, it's not working. If that is a repetitive pattern, then it's some sort of fear or illusion that is coming up. The fear may be that fear of perfectionism or fear of making mistakes, kind of like failing before you can fail. It's that kind of energy. And trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Again, the trust card that we're getting here again. Forgiveness. Okay. Forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Um, so, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. Okay, forgiveness. So, this doesn't necessarily mean, oh, there's a card stuck on the back of it, which okay, I wasn't planning on using it, but I guess I'm meant to. So, forgiveness. A question that comes up is, there's something that you might need to forgive yourself about. Often, if this is a ruminating situation, a ruminating pattern where you feel like you can't forgive the other person, that's okay. I'm a firm believer that you don't need to forgive the other person, but you can forgive yourself for who you were in the past for not knowing better. You can forgive yourself for who you were in the past for not knowing better, and that's okay. And that's the message I get. You don't need to forgive like certain people who may have wronged you, who may have treated you badly, but you can forgive yourself for not having the knowledge then, it's like right now our social media sort of is growing with the more awareness of patterns, of red flags, of in certain situations, toxic workplaces, what those look like. The awareness is becoming more and more. And it's only now that it's kind of like this pop psychology is taking over and really becoming a thing, and people are really learning from it. So you couldn't have known better before because we didn't have that knowledge. You would have had to gain that knowledge from certain sources, such as like psychology books, or like really courses, or like therapy, which is not always accessible to everyone. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's time to forgive yourself for a situation that you've been ruminating about where someone wronged you. Last message, gratitude. All right, it's time to get those 5-minute journals, or whatever journal you use. I use Better Journal, which I was gifted last year by my dear friends, and it's serving me very well. It's gratitude journals are always great in kind of like projecting your focus towards things that are good and what you want to focus on, and what you want to create, and that's essential right now. If you're committed to a path for the long term, you're going to have to really focus on this cultivating gratitude, because that's what's going to serve you especially if you're starting business, or especially if you're trying to stick to a routine, or creating something new. That is what is going to serve you the most in staying on top of it. If we have negative feelings, for example, if we have we feel like, today was just such an awful day at work, I don't feel like going to the gym, or I don't feel like doing a certain thing, it's very common for someone to not go to the gym, or the weather is just awful. Despite the weather, despite the coldness, if you are living in the colder countries, despite certain unfavorable circumstances, a gratitude journal can really help you take that focus on towards what is good in your life, and there's plenty. All right, so I'm going to end the reading there, and it's all about sticking with the path and staying committed to your path this week. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you liked it, and if the messages resonated with you, please hit the like button and give a subscribe to my channel. And and I hope this reading brings you some comfort. So I shall see you next time.